Amazing. Hey y'all, welcome in. We're gonna wait a couple more minutes until everyone can get in. I hope y'all are all settling into your houses right now. It's gonna be kind of rainy for the next couple of days, so get all comfy.
Yes, get comfy, get cozy, stay warm, and sit back and relax to learn about Panhellenic recruitment.
Make sure you have your water bottles stacked up just in case.
And your flashlights.
Yes. Batteries.
And batteries.
And snacks, plenty of snacks.
We're just going to wait a few more minutes to get everyone on here.
There is a lot of you guys. Wait.
Okay, I think I should start. All right, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for sticking with us and kind of weathering out the storm. I know it's a crazy time right now, but we're going to answer all kinds of questions we can, and it's going to be an amazing week. So welcome to Georgia Southern Panhellenic Recruitment. My name is Megan Blanchard. I'm the Vice President of Panhellenic Recruitment.
My name is Sarah Bowen, and I am the Panhellenic president. So I'm so excited to get started on this.
Yay! Perfect. So welcome to PNM orientation. We're going to be answering some questions going throughout the week so you feel positive and confident going through recruitment week. We're so excited to have each of y'all here. We had a record high registration this year, so I'm so glad to welcome 700 of y'all. It's going to be an amazing week. So let's get started. Meet our 2024 Panhellenic Executive Board. These girls are our amazing PHA Exec Board. We will be wearing gold name badges, and you'll see us walking on row, and they'll be helping out here and there. So just look out for them. They're amazing leadership roles that are fulfilled by these including you, 7 wonderful women, and we love them so much, and they're so excited to welcome you.
So we have 2 directors at our fraternity and sorority life. Dr. Francisco Lugo is our head director, and then Daniel McBurney is our assistant director at the fraternity and sorority life. They will also be wearing gold name badges. So if you see them around row and programming day, stop by and say hello.
Awesome. So let's introduce the chapters of the Panhellenic Association. First, we have Kappa Kappa Gamma, Alpha Omicron Pi, Chi Omega, Zeta Tau Alpha, Kappa Delta, Alpha Delta Pi, Phi Mu, and Sigma Lambda Gamma. So we're going to be showing you a few pictures for each house that is on Row or Olympic Boulevard. This is just so you know kind of the gist of what each house looks like and where to go for your parties. Feel free to take pictures, but also know that this presentation is being recorded and could be posted somewhere for y'all to view later. So first we have Kappa Kappa Gamma at the front of Row. And we are saying these houses and showing the pictures of when you first turn onto Row. So when you first turn on a Row, we're going to start at the first house and then work our way down. Next, we have Alpha Omicron Pi, Chi Omega, Zeta Tau Alpha, Kappa Delta, Alpha Delta Pi, and Phi Mu. So these are our 7 houses that are on Row. They're all beautiful, wonderful houses that we are so excited for you to join and go into and join their parties, see what they're all about.
Yes, so during programming day, we will have Sigma Lambda Gamma giving you a presentation. They are a part of our Panhellenic sorority community. However, they do not participate in the primary sorority recruitment process, and you cannot join them through this process. You will meet this chapter on Thursday during programming day to learn more about their organization and information about their organization.
So next, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Fall primary recruitment for the 2024 fall semester. We have disabled the question box, but we'll be opening it at the end. So we're just going to be going over some information first. Hopefully we answer tons of questions that y'all have, but if you have any, just keep them in mind or write them down and we'll get to them at the end. So starting off, here's some terms to know. First, we have PNM and PNM number. PNMs are the women participating in the recruitment process, which are you guys. And a PNM number is the number assigned to each PNM during the registration process.
Next, we have group. This is assigned groups are made for purpose of taking roll each morning. Groups are about 45 to 50 PNMs each. So outside of the houses, we will take roll of each of you, and this is your group.
And group numbers will be located on your name tags, and those come into play a little bit later on the schedule, and we'll get to that in a second and tell you how to find out your group number if you do not know. So next, our PICAs or our recruitment counselors. This is one of my favorite terms to know. Recruitment counselors are initiated undergraduate sorority members who have disaffiliated from their chapter to guide and help women participating in the recruitment process. Their goal is to help all PNMs participating find their home in the community. I have selected 26 of the best women in our PHA community. They are here to help you and be there for you, and I'm so excited for you to meet them.
Next, we have bid. This is an invitation to membership. Bid day is where you get your bid. This is your invitation.
Next, we have rounds. Each day is themed to help women get to know more about the chapters as well as their best fit. For example, philanthropy round. And we'll go more into what each round is and what you're going to talk about.
Next, we have parties. These are the events that a sorority hosts to get to know women throughout the recruitment process. So each day you will have parties, and we will talk about those different setups later on.
So Olympic Boulevard, aka Row, is our Olympic village for all of our chapter houses. Throughout the recruitment week process, here's just a couple things to note when being on Row. No parking on Row. Please always walk on the sidewalks. We want y'all all to be safe. You're expected to walk. You cannot have rides go down Row and drop you off at certain houses. So please just note that you cannot have rides pick you up without permission. No food delivery. And there will be 2 break houses with staff and PHA assistants to help you. And we'll also have water stations, stationed sporadically throughout row. So if you need to refill your water bottle or just need a quick sip between parties, you will have access to some water.
So now we're going to go over your schedule breakdown. So today is Monday, August 5th, which is your PNM move-in and virtual orientation. I hope you all have had an amazing day, and I'm so excited to see you all today. And then Tuesday, August 6th and Wednesday, August 7th, the university is closed. So make sure that you are staying safe and inside of your home.
So we're gonna now get into the starting point on Thursday. Yes, sadly, due to inclement weather, we had to push back recruitment week. I'm sorry, guys. We had to push back recruitment week. And so now icebreakers and programming day is going to begin on Thursday, August 8th. On Thursday, you have icebreakers and programming. Please report to the PAC parking lot at 7:15 a.m. Groups groups 1 through 7 will visit. I'm sorry, guys. So see, we are funny Panhellenic women and we love to laugh. If you go through this sorority recruitment process, this is what you get, is an amazing friendship like this.
Yeah.
Because she just laughs at me all the time and I love her for it.
We've had a very long day. We've been through a lot together these past 3
Yes.
years together. So it's been a great time. But yes, on Thursday, August 8th, we are going to be reporting to the PAC at 7:15 a.m. And 1 through 7, you will be visiting the houses in the morning. And then 8 through 14, you will be going to programming day in the morning. After lunch is when we're flipping everything around. So we'll be able to give you more direction on what to wear, how to look, everything like that during this time, just so you know you are comfortable and ready to go into your parties.
Okay, so I think we got the giggles out now,
We
right?
definitely have
Okay,
the giggles
so
out.
I hope we made y'all laugh. There's nothing to be nervous about going into here. This is how we act. You're fine. Don't be nervous.
It's all great.
All right, continuing on. Now, after icebreakers, those are guided rounds. So you will have our pie guys helping you go from house to house. But when it starts on Friday with philanthropy round, this is where they are self-guided. So you will now receive an individualized schedule from your PNM companion app. And you could have breaks throughout the day, so you need to check on that. And please report to your first party on row 30 minutes before it begins. If you have 2 hours between parties, you may leave row during your breaks. So when you get your schedule on these self-guided days, just make sure you're checking in the morning, early in the morning. You need to be prepared to go to a party right at the start time. So at 9 a.m., you need to be prepared. If the schedule comes out possibly at 8 a.m., you need to be prepared to go to that first party at 9. So it's super critical that you get up early, check your schedule, see when your parties are. This is where you have to take on the responsibility of making sure you're on time to each of your parties and attending all of them. So Friday, like I said, August 9th is philanthropy round. That is going to be from 9 to 7. And please note with these times, you could not be scheduled through all of them. You might have breaks during it. So Saturday, August 10th is sisterhood round. This goes from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, August 11th is preference round. This goes from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And Monday, August 12th is bid day. So please report to the PAC Theater at 9:30 a.m.
Next, we have icebreakers. This is groups 1 through 7. So remember, 1 through 7, you will be going to the houses. You have scheduled parties this day, and we kind of move in a circle. So we will make sure that all of you know your group and know which party you're going to go to next. We'll guide you through row with our amazing pie guys that Megan mentioned. So no need to worry about finding the houses you're supposed to go to.
And just to reiterate again, all groups, all PNMs, groups 1 through 14 need to be prepared to meet at the PAC at 7:15, where you picked up your PNM packet today in the PAC parking lot. All groups, all PNMs need to be prepared to be there at 7:15. And like Sarah said, groups 1 through 7 will go to row for icebreakers, and then groups 8 through 14 will be at programming day, and then you'll flip-flop after lunch. So, like we said, groups 1 through 7 are now going to go to programming day after lunch, and groups 8 through 14 are going to go to row for icebreakers. So, once again, just making sure we're all good. 1 through 7 is going to row for icebreakers in the morning. Everyone will take a break for lunch, and then in the afternoon, after lunch, groups 8 through 14 will go to row.
Awesome. So icebreakers and programming day, like we've said, Thursday, August 8th. PNM groups 1 through 7 will go to icebreakers from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. They will break for lunch and then go to programming day from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. PNM groups 8 through 14 will go to programming day 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. They will break for lunch and then go to icebreakers from 2 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So remember, throughout all of this, we are all together at lunch. Pie Guys will be there. It is going to be so fun.
All right, starting off strong, icebreakers and programming day. So for icebreakers, you're going to have 30-minute conversations, and each PNM will visit all 7 sororities. On this day, you're going to learn about the chapter, their leadership roles, their values, anything to break the ice between you and meeting that chapter for the first time. What to wear: your white Panhellenic t-shirt that has Georgia Southern Panhellenic in blue, and any bottoms you want. We provided some outfit inspo here, and you can always check GSU_PHA, which is our Instagram. And you can also check each chapter's Instagram. They have posted outfit inspo as well. Wear comfy shoes. You can wear sandals, cute sneakers, platforms, but just know you will be walking a ton. So you want to be super comfortable. Bring band-aids if you might get blisters, anything you might need so you're comfortable throughout the whole entire day. And for programming day, which is an informational day with presentations on the mutual selection process, Sigma, Lambda, Gamma, and a special guest speaker we are so excited to have you here. She is an amazing speaker, and y'all are going to love her. Other activities we have planned on programming day is coffee and vendors, and then what to wear. There is no dress code for programming day, so wear whatever you like. However, please note, if your groups 1 through 7 going to row in the morning, you can bring a change of clothes. If you don't have time to go back to your dorm or your house, if you live off campus, you can bring a change of clothes to change into for programming day. And for groups 8 through 14, when you go to programming day in the morning, you need to bring a change of clothes for icebreakers. So bring your Georgia Southern Panhellenic t-shirt, the white one with the blue letters in the photo, or you can go back to your dorm halfway through lunch if you have time. Just make sure you're prepared to go to icebreakers right after lunch.
Next, we have the philanthropy round. This is 35-minute conversations with our chapters. The PNMs can be invited back to a maximum of 6 sororities. What do you wear? You wear your white PNM t-shirt with the "This Must Be the Place" logo on the back, and then any type of bottoms that you feel comfortable in. Remember to wear comfy shoes, and you can wear sandals, cute sneakers, platforms, anything that you think fits best.
Next, we have sisterhood round. In this round, you're going to have 45-minute conversations, and you can be invited back to a maximum of 4 sororities. So any PNMs coming back on this round will only have a maximum of 4. Some could potentially have 3, and so on, so on. What to wear? This is Georgia Southern theme day. So like we've provided, you can wear any types of blues, whites, gold. You can wear a jersey, anything to show your true blue spirit and how to scream "Go Eagles." You can wear dresses, skirts, shorts, and so on, and any shoes that you want. Just make sure you're showing your Georgia Southern spirit.
So this is our last round of parties for recruitment week. These are 60-minute conversations. PNMs can be invited back to a maximum of 2 sororities. You can wear a mostly formal day. So you can wear dresses, cute tops, skirts, rompers, any shoes. Tip, if you wear heels, bring a bag with comfy shoes to change into for walking, because once again, you are walking from your location to the houses. This is a very formal day. This is a very sweet day. So we gave you some options, but of course, use your own unique style. One thing to remember throughout all of these days is to bring your rain gear. I know it might seem silly, but we will make sure that all of your rain gear is taken off before you enter the house. You can check your outfit and your makeup if you bring a mirror in your bag before you go in, as long as the time permits it. So be sure to pack accordingly.
And then lastly, we have bid day. Please wear athletic clothes and comfy shoes because you will be running. You will get a shirt to change it into. So just cute athleisure, whatever you would like, whatever is comfortable for you to run in.
So what to bring each day? PNM name tag. You must have this every single day. Every single time you go to a party, we're going to check your name tag. So make sure you have it on, stick it into a place that you know you'll grab it every single time. One thing I did, I put it in my recruitment bag every day. So I knew as soon as I grabbed my recruitment bag, I was walking out with my name tag. This is a great reminder because we will be checking every morning for this. Make sure, once again, to bring your rain jacket and umbrella. Whatever rain gear you think fits best, make sure to bring it. It's going to be kind of wet outside, I think, and mini puddles. So please make sure to be logical about that. Ziploc bags to keep things dry. Once again, you want to make sure if you have makeup or any type of cloth in your bag that it can stay dry. Our pie guys are going to do their best possible jobs to make sure that no bag gets wet, but sometimes accidents can happen. So make sure that you are taking precautions on your side. Rain boots or change of shoes is a great option. Journal or something to take notes in so you can talk about or reflect for yourself on what you just talked about in your chapter with the parties and stuff like that. A fan, it will be very hot. We're hoping that as the weather continues to get drier every day, that it will be hot. So make sure to bring a fan, makeup, hairbrush, any touch-ups needed, water bottle, snacks, and a positive and open-minded attitude. We want this recruitment process to be amazing and flow so easy. So make sure to bring a positive and open-minded attitude.
Next, introducing my pie guys. So what are pie guys? These Panhellenic women have disaffiliated from their chapters and will be with you throughout the week to guide you and be an unbiased support system. You will meet them on the beginning of icebreakers. Some will be with you on row, helping you throughout icebreakers and leading you to each house. And some will be with you on programming. I highly suggest using these girls. They have been trained so well and are 26 amazing women to talk to. They're there for you. And if you ever want to just talk with someone and see what they can give you knowledge on, they are an amazing opportunity to use throughout the recruitment process. So next, the podcast name tags. Each of my podcasts will wear a name tag, and on each name tag has their year at Georgia Southern, their hometown, their major, and symbols that depict different Panhellenic member traits. So the smiley faces mean that they are a chapter officer. That could mean that they might be a Panhellenic delegate, they might be the treasurer, whatever kind of officer positions that are in their chapters, they are one of them. Sorority dues, the little piggy bank. This means that one of our sisters pays her own dues. So if you're going to be working and providing funds to pay for your sorority, these are amazing women to talk to as they pay their own dues. The little heart man indicates a legacy. This means that this sister of ours has been a legacy, which is a direct connection to that chapter, whether her mom was in it or her sister, her aunt, whatever it could be, she's a legacy. The little notebook means she is a first generation college student. And the little briefcase / purse is an employed sister. So she works and she has a job while also being in a sorority.
And these are great talking points to bring up if you see a pie guy with any of these symbols on their name tag to get conversation started. And if you have any important questions that relate to any of these traits.
So we have a sisterhood, or this video we're going to watch is on the Circle of Sisterhood, which is NPC, National Panhellenic Conference, which is the conference that is over the all 26 national sororities in the United States. This is their national philanthropy, so we're going to play this video.
The Circle of Sisterhood was founded by sorority women to leverage the influence of college-educated women to give girls and women around the world the most precious gift of all, the gift of education. Education is the great emancipator from poverty and despair. Combine education with opportunity, and you create an unstoppable cascade of economic empowerment that can lift entire generations out of poverty. Proof of the enormous power of education is overwhelming. Educated women earn 25% more income, and they reinvest 90% into their families, breaking the cycle of poverty. Educated women are less likely to become victims of human trafficking. Educated women are more likely to stand up to injustice. Educated women have children who are 40% more likely to live past the age of 5. Yet there are over 100 million girls in the world out of school today. 2/3 of all illiterate adults are female. And not even 7% of the world's population, male and female, holds college degrees. The Circle of Sisterhood, educated sorority women, positively impacts lives by raising financial resources and forming partnerships that remove barriers to education for girls and women around the world. You have the opportunity to change the world by joining our circle to help create an even bigger impact as we strive to reach many more of the millions of girls who need our help. Overwhelmed by where to begin? So were we. But we knew change needed to happen for women around the world, so we joined forces to make an impact. Together, we can raise funding and raise awareness, but most importantly, we can start changing lives. Do something, anything. Engage your sisters, host a fundraiser, get your community or circle of influence involved. Donate, please. The girls are waiting.
So, speaking a little bit about philanthropy, after that, like we said, the Circle of Sisterhood is the national philanthropy for the NPC, which most of our chapters all donate towards. So, if you decide on going through a recruitment process and accepting a bid, you will be helping out tons of girls and women across the world, the nation, wherever they are. And also, you will be learning about each of the 7 philanthropies that each of our chapters have and other community help that they do in Statesboro.
So next, we're going to talk about the PNM Companion app. The Companion app will allow you to see your daily schedule through philanthropy and preference. So once again, you will see your daily schedule through philanthropy and preference each day, once it is published every morning. See messages and updates during the week through this app. Submit your rankings starting on Thursday, August 8th and ending on Sunday, August 11th. Our fraternity and sorority life staff will help you make these rankings to ensure that you are doing it properly and smoothly. Sunday, you will meet with an FSL staff member to submit your final preferences. And then PHA and FSL staff will provide you a code each day you submit your rankings.
And we are going to show y'all a little video on the PNM Companion app and how to navigate it. So with the PNM companion app, you should download this tonight. I've attached a picture of what it looks like, so please do so. You can log in using your Georgia Southern email and password, and the password will be your Eagle ID. And just a little PSA, to submit voting, you must see an FSL staff member or a member of our PHA exec board. We wear the gold name badges. And if you ever need help with anything within the NAP and learning what to look for, how to look at your schedule, we're more than happy to help you. However, that can only be done by the gold name badges.
So going over campus safety, this is so important to remember, especially now if you are now living on campus and you have never visited before. We want to keep each and every one of our potential new members safe in our community. So if you see blue lights around campus, they're big towers and they have blue lights at the top, this will call emergency services. Tell someone where you're going. Every time you go somewhere, text your new roommates, text to someone down the hall. Hey, I'm going to go to Walmart real quick. Do you want to come? Or do you know the way? Anything like that. Make sure they know where you're going. And this kind of goes along with make sure to walk with a buddy. If you're going somewhere late at night or during the day and you just might not know where to go, or you just need someone to make you feel more uncomfortable, make sure to walk with a buddy. This is a great way to stay safe on campus.
So here is the PNM Bill of Rights. This is what you as a PNM is guaranteed when going through the recruitment process. So you have the right to be treated as an individual. You have the right to be fully informed about the recruitment process, the right to ask questions and receive true and objective answers from the recruitment counselors and members, the right to be treated with respect, the right to be treated as a capable and mature person without being patronized, the right to ask how and why and receive straight answers, the right to have and express opinions to recruitment counselors, the right to inviolable confidentiality when sharing information with recruitment counselors, the right to make informed choices without undue pressure from others, the right to be fully informed about the NPC unanimous agreements implicit in the membership recruitment acceptance binding agreement, which is the MARABA. And then you also have the right to make one's own choice and decision and accept full responsibility for the results of that decision, and the right to have a positive, safe, and enriching recruitment and a new member experience.
So all of those amazing things to remember throughout the week will help you have a successful week. So here are a few more tips to make sure you are on the right track. Always come prepared. Like we mentioned, make sure you have the app, go ahead and download it. Make sure that you have your name badge on every morning and make sure that you have all the items you need in your recruitment bag. Make sure you wear your name tag every day, just like I said. Bring all the suggested supplies, like I said, in your recruitment bag. Be rested and take care of yourself. Go to bed early. I know it's so exciting, but I cannot tell you, you will be so tired in the morning, and we want you to wake up every morning to see your schedule. Get plenty of sleep and eat, especially breakfast. Drink plenty of water. Keep an open mind. You may have come into this week with preconceived notions of some of our Panhellenic chapters, but remember that all of our chapters are amazing. Find out what is best for you and no one else. Remember, this is your race. This is your process. Be you this week. Focus in on yourself and focus on your goals and morals and what you want to see for yourself for the next 4 years. Have fun and enjoy the week. There are so many women you will have the chance to meet. We all encourage you to talk to each other in line, sit with new people at lunch, and just try to get to know as many people as you can. You could be friends with these women the rest of your college years and beyond. These are some of my fondest memories, and I know Megan had the same memories as well. So make sure to be intentional in the moments that you're in. Check your Georgia Southern email and answer calls from unknown numbers. I cannot tell you how important this is. This is why we bolded it. Make sure to go ahead and download your Gmail app and sign into your Georgia Southern email. You should be checking this all day, every day, especially in the morning and at night. This is so essential. And make sure that you're answering calls from unknown numbers. I know this kind of seems scary, but just in case, we might have a problem and we might need to call you. We might call you from our personal numbers or an office phone. So just make sure you are answering. We will be sending any updates, scheduling items, or any important notifications to your Georgia Southern email. So be intentional about checking it each morning and night. If we need to contact you urgently, you forgot to submit your selections, or you have a schedule change, we will notify you. We will call you or we will email you. So make sure that you have the correct number on your packet tonight if you received it today. So make sure to follow all these tips. It might be smart to screenshot it or take a picture. This is so essential to have during the week.
So, withdrawing from the process, if at any point during this week, for whatever reason, this process is no longer for you and you would like to discontinue participation, you can withdraw. However, you must meet with an FSL staff member and complete a withdrawal survey. It is very important that you let us know you're withdrawing so that we can inform the chapters. And potentially, if you're interested, one of our exec members was a member selected in the spring recruitment process. So she can talk with you a little bit if you decide that you're interested in spring recruitment after you withdraw.
So once again, today during orientation, if you came and picked up your packet, we asked about schedule conflicts. If you told us your schedule conflicts today, we have them. But if you have any obligations that coincide with the schedule of recruitment, and if you did not already meet with the staff member at Pack Up Pickup today, please email the PHA email immediately. This means starting from today all the way till next Monday for the recruitment schedule. Some schedule conflicts that you might have not thought of, but do include for you are Honors College orientation, CRI training, ROTC orientation, and Georgia Southern athletic obligations. While we do our best to accommodate any excused conflicts, we cannot guarantee we will be able to fully reschedule all parties you may be invited to. This also includes any PNMs who were unable to move in today. Please email the PHA. So if you are sitting on the Zoom today and you were unable to pick up your packet, please email the PHA email immediately, right after this Zoom. We need to know those conflicts so we can navigate that for the next 2 days.
Next, medical conditions and accommodations. If you require any accommodation/special assistance to fully participate in the sorority recruitment process and have not yet notified PHA, please email us at pha@georgiasouthern.edu. Once again, this is only for people who have not yet notified us. So if you put it in your campus director and you showed up at orientation today and you talked about it with us, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. However, if you did not and you were not able to pick up your packet today, like Sarah said, we definitely need to know about this. We want everyone to be safe and be fully accommodated to go through the process. This can include serious allergies, medical conditions, and/or mobility needs.
So now we're going to go over modules. So for modules, you should have been assigned all of the different modules that we require to go through the recruitment process. If you are concerned or have questions about the modules, please look up in your Georgia Southern email modules PHA, and it will pull up our past emails. This will go over all required courses that you need to go through the recruitment process. If you have questions about the sexual assault module, we will go over that But at the same time, I do not want you to worry if you have not gained access yet. You will still be able to go through the recruitment process.
And like Sarah said, our FSL PHA recruitment modules, the other 4, not the sexual assault one, are located on our class Infolio. So to submit the module certifications, if you have not, you click on this assessments tab. And once you do so, it will bring you to the 4 module categories, our drop boxes are what we call them, where you can submit a screenshot, a picture, whatever you may need to notify us that you have completed it and received the certification. And like Sarah said, you do not have to worry that the sexual assault prevention module might hold you back from recruitment. We know that you're going to complete it as a first-time student at the Georgia Southern University, So do not think that it's going to hold you back from participating. Just as long as you get the other 4 done by tonight at 11:59, you're totally perfect.
Yes.
And lastly, we'll have questions. We will open up the webinar to questions. I am now going to stop my screen share and we're just going to go back on Zoom. So I think we'll have the chat box working or question box, and we'll be able to answer some of y'all's questions that we didn't touch on.
Yes. Important tips before the questions come in. Please go check your Georgia Southern email. This is where we put all of the important things you need to know throughout the day or in the coming days. This is so imperative to check every single day. If you have any questions about the apps that you are supposed to download, we will share that information on our Instagram once again, just in case you forgot.
Okay, so I'm going to answer the question of where do you park if we live off campus? Every morning before rounds, you will be meeting in the PAC parking lot. So where you picked up your PNM packet information, that is where you will be meeting. You can park there and then you will walk to row. Another option that we also have is across from the PAC is a newly renovated parking lot. You should be able to park there. Georgia Southern should not be ticketing. But I also just suggest parking in the PAC parking lot if you are living off campus.
So to find out what group number you are in, if you got your yellow folder today at the PNM handout, you will look at the top of your white sticker and it'll say group. The group number is whatever it provides. It'll say group and then it has the 2 dots and then it says your number. Another way you can find it is on Campus Director. It will tell you your group number. But an easy way to look for it is on your yellow folder. It says group and it'll tell you your number. Also, you can look at your name badge and it'll say group and then your number.
So I'm going to be answering the question about what specific things should you be prepared to talk about in each round. So like we said in icebreakers, you will be breaking the ice with each chapter that you meet for the first time. Y'all can talk about anything that you want, wherever the conversation leads. However, typically members will learn about what the sorority is about, their values, what kind of leadership roles they have, how the chapter works, what members do day to day, and it's really just getting an introductory kind of conversation and learning about the chapter. The next day would be philanthropy. This is where you'll learn about each sorority's national philanthropy and anything they do in the community of Statesboro and the surrounding counties to help others. On sisterhood, you'll be learning about each chapter's sisterhood and how that chapter makes them feel loved and how the sisters support each other, what they do to make that their second home. And then on preference, this is where Sarah said it's a sweet day. And I mean, it's really just kind of deciding.
It's a great day to talk about how you see yourself in the Panhellenic community. No matter where you are, the Panhellenic community is truly, truly amazing. So a great day to talk about how you see yourself in the Panhellenic community going on for the next 4 years. Personally, one great thing I love to talk about going into the Panhellenic community was leadership. I found such value in talking about leadership. So I think that is a great tip to talk about philanthropy, sisterhood, whatever you find throughout the process is drawing you to the Panhellenic community.
Next, are the modules due tonight or on the 9th? No, the modules are due tonight. They are due at 11:59. Please have all of those done. If you have any questions, we'd be more than happy to talk with you. Please email us. But like we said, on the assessments tab in your PHA, FSL, fall recruitment class on Folio, click on the assessments tab, and then you can submit the certification. You can submit the certification on each Dropbox. So the modules are due tonight, and make sure you get them done by 11:59. Let's see. So when we picked up our shirts, we were told schedules would be in the bag, but none of your roommates had schedules in the bag. So schedules are not in your PNM packets or what you picked up at the pack today. The schedules are going to be on your PNM companion app. So on icebreakers, everyone has a set schedule already that is in line with their group numbers, like we said. However, on philanthropy and sisterhood and preference round, those will be self-guided days. So you will need to refer to your PNM companion app to view your schedule. Once again, we do not print out your schedules. You have the responsibility of checking your app and make sure you know which parties you're going to.
Yes. And then also another little bit about the PNM companion app. On icebreakers/programming day, you will show up to the pack and we will ensure that you have the correct schedule. So even if the app is not working for you now, by the end of icebreakers and programming, it will be working 100%. So after that, when you are doing your self-guided days, you will have complete access to ensure you have all the tools necessary.
Okay, so I have a question about being a member on the Panhellenic Executive Board, and if we are still affiliated with our sororities. Yes, all of our Panhellenic Executive Boards are a part of sororities. We are in one of the 7 chapters on Row. However, we are disaffiliated and completely unbiased for this recruitment process. Therefore, you're more than welcome to come up to us, talk about anything you may need. Just like our podcast, we are a part of sororities. However, that is at the back of our minds right now. Our first priority is you guys and the PNMs and helping you throughout this week.
Yes, and every single member on our board has amazing attributes, and even look at their name tags. They have those cute little icons that you can ask them questions about, and they can give you so much insight about what their life is like, having their certain unique styles and their unique traits in this community while holding a leadership position, which is something so unique that only a few get to experience, which is amazing.
And like Sarah said, our executive board is, I would say, some of our best friends. They are amazing Panhellenic women, and they also have very unique traits, like Sarah said. For example, our VP of Finance, she will have all of the financial transparency sheets on Row. Therefore, if you're kind of worrying a little bit on how much a sorority costs, she'll be more than happy to walk you through those sheets and show you the rundown of what each thing that a sorority has on those sheets and what you're paying for.
Looking through. So throughout each house and throughout your each party, you're going to meet so many amazing women in our Panhellenic community. You will meet up to how many ever the chapter wants to introduce you to during that party time. It is an amazing time to be able to connect to your Panhellenic community and be able to experience the Georgia Southern community in whole. So you will be able to meet almost hundreds upon hundreds of women in our community, which is amazing.
So if you are close to the pack, if you live on campus, such as one of the dorms like Eagle Village or Centennial Place, you are more than happy to walk to the pack. However, you can drive if you need to. Just be considerate of parking for others who are coming off campus.
We will make sure that these slideshows are shared on our Instagram, and we can also attach them to our next email that does go out as a Panhellenic community. We will make sure that all of you have the access to the resources that you need, so no need to worry. But once again, if you have any specific questions, feel free to DM us on Instagram at Georgia Southern or GSU_PHA, and then you can also email us and we will answer any questions you may have.
So talking about name tags, however you answered what your preferred name is or what your actual name is on your registration, if you put a preferred name, that is what is put on your name tag. However, if you did not, if you put your legal name and did not put your preferred name, unfortunately, it is going to be your legal name that is on the name tag. However, you can change it yourself. You're more than welcome to cross it out and put your preferred name.
We have some breaking news, y'all. So, due to the weather and the possible Wi-Fi outages, we are going to extend the modules to the end of the week. We are just uncertain about what the internet might look like by the end of the week, which is great if you are struggling to get them done by the end of the night. So, no worries, we're going to extend it to the end of the week. So, let us know if you have any questions or concerns about that. If you did not receive an item in your packet today at packet pickup, if you feel like you're missing an item, please email us. We want to make sure that you have all the items that you need. This includes a name tag or anything specific to the recruitment process.
So I see a question about breaks between parties and if you can go back to your dorm or should you stay on row. It's all dependent on what you feel and what is most comfortable for you. Obviously, you should be very considerate of the chapters and not missing your parties that you're invited to. So if you have just, let's say, a 30-minute break between a party, I would say that you should stay on row. The break houses are provided for you to be inside. We will have podcasts in there. It'll be so fun. You'll have snacks, drinks. You can be hanging out with so many other girls and making friends. I would only suggest taking a break and going back to your dorm if absolutely needed with at least an hour between parties.
Trust me, you are going to see it is kind of a walk when you're going back to the dorms from row. So make sure that you have plenty of time. And if you're worried that you don't have plenty of time, come and ask your PICI or an FSL staff member or the executive board. We would be happy to navigate that problem with you.
So what is the difference between icebreakers and programming day? So on Thursday, like we said, groups 1 through 7 are going to be meeting each of the 7 chapters on row and participating in the 7 parties of meeting those chapters for the first time. That is Icebreakers Day. And while those groups of 1 through 7 PNMs are going to row to meet the chapters, groups 8 through 14 are going to be going to Programming Day. Our Vice President of Programming has put on an amazing day for y'all. She has coffee, vendors, a special guest speaker. You'll also be hearing from one of our recruitment advisors about the mutual selection process and how this process works when doing your rankings for each of the sororities. So this programming day is just like an informational day, and you're going to be going kind of flip-flop from when you go to Icebreakers. So if you go to Icebreakers in the morning, you'll go to programming day in the afternoon, and vice versa. If you go to programming in the morning, you'll go to Icebreakers in the afternoon.
So could we wear the same thing we wear to icebreakers to programming, or should you change? So personally, I would probably wear the same thing just because it's going to be a tight turnaround, and honestly, make sure to dress for comfort. It's up to you, of course, depending on your schedule, but remember, lunch is only going to be an hour and a half long. So depending on the location of your dorm or your house, you might have difficulty making sure that you are on time for your next event. So I would recommend wearing something that is versatile and that you'll be able to wear to both programming and icebreakers. Once again, packing your recruitment bag efficiently and effectively will help navigate this problem.
So I see another question about groups 1 through 7 and 8 through 14 on programming day and icebreakers. We did this because of the inclement weather due to the hurricane. We had to push back the start date of recruitment and we had a little bit of a crunch time. So we had to put icebreakers and programming on the same day for all PNMs. So, like we said, groups 1 through 7 are going to row in the morning. This is because at least each group has around, I would say 50 PNMs. Yes, so 50 times 7, that's a lot of y'all. So, we have to fit in 7 parties in the morning. And then while those groups 1 through 7 are going to row and meeting the chapters, groups 8 through 14 are going to be at programming day. So it's like a little bit of a break. We have to fit in both things on one day. It's going to be super fun for all of y'all. And it's not really any difference. It's just one group's going to row and then the other's going to programming and vice versa.
Yes. And then after these 2 days of the hurricane, of the rain, and being stuck inside, you are going to be so ready to meet our chapters and to talk to other potential new members in our community. So make sure to rest up for these next 2 days, drink lots of water, eat good food, and get lots and lots of sleep. You are going to be going all day, which is amazing. We will be right there with you.
So I see a few questions about the sexual assault modules. Like we said, we know that as a freshman entering Georgia Southern University for the first time, you will be handling this in some of your freshman classes and completing this. So do not worry if you have not completed the sexual assault prevention module just yet. It is not going to prevent you from participating in the recruitment process. Just try to complete the other 4. Like we said, if you have not been able to complete the sexual assault prevention module, do not think it's going to hold you back. We are going to allow y'all to complete it later on.
So we will go over what is in the PHA packet. So the PHA packet is the yellow folder that you got today when you went to packet pickup. So in the packet pickup, you had the yellow folder, and in that you have your name badge, which you need every single day throughout the recruitment process. You also have coupons to local boutiques and stores and food places at our Statesboro community. And you also have your PHA packet that is a little small book with tips and tricks and small reminders. It also has vocabulary that we use a lot that we went over, such as pikies, bid, and a whole bunch of other things that we will be expanding upon throughout the week. This is kind of just to help you understand the terms that we're using if you talk to us or to the chapters. So make sure you look at the recruitment book. Our public relations, vice president of public relations, did an amazing, amazing job on it. And it kind of gives you more insight into the executive board if you want to hear more about us.
So I see a few questions about receiving your schedule on Friday. So like we said, on Thursday, you will have a set schedule. So no need to worry about that. However, on Friday is the first round of self-guided parties. So you need to check your schedule and see what you have. You're responsible for getting yourself to those parties. And we can't guarantee a time of when each schedule is going to come out in the morning. However, just know it could be a range from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. The first party starts at 9 a.m. Every day. So it could be a range from 5 a.m. to about 8:30 a.m. So just make sure you're up and ready to go for the first party. I would say that's a good rule of thumb to follow, so none of y'all are late to your first party.
Yes, personally, I feel like I woke up around 7 and I did my hair the night before where I just like straightened it to make sure that if I was going to do something the next day that it would be easy to transfer to whatever hairstyle. And all I did was have to throw on my outfit that I already planned and do my makeup. So make sure to prepare as much as possible because it might be a tight turnaround depending on everything.
Yes, so once again, just reiterating the schedule, because of inclement weather, the university will be closed tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and on Thursday will be the first round and the first day of the recruitment week. So we will be closed tomorrow, we'll be closed Wednesday, and on Thursday will be the first day. And we will go Thursday for icebreakers and programming. Friday will be philanthropy round. Saturday will be sisterhood round. Sunday will be preference. And then Monday will be bid day.
I see a question about if you can leave to go home or to change during the lunchtime. The lunchtime is very important to remember that this is just the time that all the pie guys and some PNMs, if you choose to go, will be going to lunch. This is where the dining hall, which we will all be eating at, will be open for us to go and get all of our healthy meals for the day. So please remember that if you have time and a break in your schedule, or that you know that you will be able to make it back for your next party in time, that you can go home and change, freshen up, whatever you see fit. But I do want you to check with a PICI or an executive member if you're worried about the time at all, because trust me, we would much rather you let us know rather than you go missing, if that makes sense.
So I have another question about Thursday and the schedule and what that looks like. Like we have said, you will receive a set schedule. Basically, we're kind of going in a circle. So groups 1 through 7 and 8 through 14, this will be the same for both y'all. So if you are group 1, you will be starting at Kappa Kappa Gamma, group 2, Alpha Omicron Pi, group 3 will be Chi Omega, and so on and so forth, down row in order. And each group would rotate circularly. So if we then moved group 1 to Alpha Omicron Pi, the group 2 that was at Alpha Omicron Pi would be moving to Chi O, and so on and so forth. So it's going to go in a circle. So it's going to be guided. Our Pi Chis are going to be there and helping you. There is nothing to worry about. We will make sure you get to each chapter, and it is a super easy day to follow along with. The main thing is really checking your schedules on the self-guided days, because that is then up to you, because everyone has an individualized schedule.
Yes. And your schedules will show you your complete day. It will not show you round from round. It will show you your complete day. But once again, we will go over this during programming day if you have any concerns about this.
So I've seen a few questions about not being a true freshman when going through the sorority recruitment process. So if you are a sophomore or a transfer student or even a junior, you have no disadvantage. This does not play into any of our mutual selection processes. So just know that your year in school does not matter. If you're a transfer student coming in at a later date, it does not matter. And just be yourself going into each party and conversing on anything y'all like, leadership roles, sisterhood, philanthropy, and is going to be just perfect for y'all.
So a great question that came through was, what do we ask to keep the conversation going for icebreaker day? So this is a great day to honestly get to know the chapter that you're in and the member that you're talking to. So talk about where you're from, what you did in high school, what is important to you for the next 4 years. What's your major? Breaking the ice, kind of getting to know each other on that surface level. As the week goes on, you'll be able to dig deeper into the chapter and yourself and talk to the members for a longer period of time. So being able to get that blanket of covering of that conversation. So I would ask about their major, their goals, their position, or their place in the chapter. All of our members of our Panhellenic community have such intentional conversations, so no need to worry about keeping the conversation flowing.
Mhm. I think if I had to add on to that, three of my favorite topics to talk about are the chapter's values and how those align with my own. The chapter's philanthropy. If y'all have seen some of my Instagram lives, Philanthropy Day is my favorite day. I love learning about how each of the 7 sororities give back to their national philanthropy and the community of Statesboro. And then I also love talking about leadership. Like Sarah said, we both came in freshmen, loving leadership, and here we are serving on Panhellenic Executive Board as seniors. We're so grateful to be here. So yeah, that is just 3 topics you can talk about. Sarah had amazing points. Just be yourself. Ask what you want to know. If you've seen some of my lives, I've told you to not treat it as though the chapter is interviewing you. Pretend you're interviewing the chapter. You want to see if they are a good fit for you. You want to find the place that you can call home and where you're going to fit in best to.
Okay, so do we meet with all 7 houses on Friday, or will cuts be made after icebreakers? So during Friday, we have a maximum of 6 houses, correct?
Yes.
So you will have a maximum of 6 houses to visit on Friday. This is to ensure that you are going through the mutual selection process. And once again, we will go over this on programming day to understand what this means and what this means for the process.
So I see a question about bringing a bag to change into for icebreakers. I'm assuming that you are a PNM of group 8 through 14 and are going to programming day in the morning, then going to lunch, then going to icebreakers. I would say yes, you should definitely be prepared to change into your icebreakers outfit, but also note for all the PNMs, y'all should be we definitely recommend bringing your recruitment bag each day of recruitment. If you need makeup touch-ups, a hairbrush, comfortable shoes to walk in, whatever kind of stuff you need, water, like Sarah said, rain boots, rain jacket, umbrellas, be prepared for any kind of weather, a fan. It might be getting a little hot later in the week if Hurricane Debbie decides to let up on us. But definitely be prepared to bring a bag every single day with anything you need. And specifically on icebreakers, once again, groups 1 through 7, you will be dressed in the morning to go to row. So that is your white t-shirt and your it says Georgia Southern Panhellenic in blue. You will go to row and then you will go to lunch and then programming. So Sarah said it's going to be a little bit of a tight turnaround. So you can wear the same thing that you would like to programming day. However, programming day is very relaxed, very fun. If you would like to bring a change of clothes, you can wear shorts, you can wear a t-shirt, anything you're comfortable in. And for groups 8 through 14, you are going to be going to programming day in the morning. So if you want to be extra prepared, you can get ready for icebreakers since you'll be visiting them in the afternoon. Or if you want to be really fresh for when you start visiting the parties at 2, you can have a change of clothes with your icebreaker shirt.
Yes. So I'm seeing lots of questions about where do we park on Friday through Monday if we live off campus. So today at Packet Pickup, you went to the PAC, which is the Performing Arts Center. So if you type that into your Google Maps, it will take you to the Performing Arts Center. You will look for the lot numbers 32, 29, 30, 31. We'll post all of this all on our Instagram. So please go to our Instagram, GSU_PHA, for all the pictures and information that you need to know for commuting. Once again, if you are commuting Friday through Monday, if you're commuting Friday through Monday, please go to the Performing Arts Center, which is called the PAC.
So I see a few questions about recruitment bags. Recruitment bags are just our personal opinions on a bag that has everything you may need during recruitment week. This is optional. You do not have to bring one. However, it is highly, highly suggested. This is a bag that you get yourself. So we did not provide bags. It is your own bag that you have stocked up with all your goodies to be fresh to go on each party. So this is not the envelope. This is not a bag we passed out. These are your own bags that you have filled with makeup, hairbrush, water bottle, your name tag, like Sarah said, a rain jacket, change of comfortable shoes, anything you may need while you're on row for rounds.
Yes. And then the presentation tonight, we'll make sure to post on our Instagram. Once again, GSU_PHA. Pretty sure that's right. Or is it the opposite?
PHA at georgiasouthern.edu.
Something to say. I probably have been saying it the opposite this entire night, but make sure to check our Instagram, and we will also be sending out this presentation once we send out our next email to you all. Looking through any last minute questions.
Once again, I've seen a bunch of questions about rewatching this presentation. Yes, we have been recording this presentation and we will post it for you all to see. We will more than likely send you another email to all the PNMs containing a link if we post it to YouTube or however we do it, but you will have access to this presentation again. Do not worry.
And we said this in the presentation and answering questions, but to just reiterate, we will be meeting at the PAC, which is the Performing Arts Center, where you picked up your packet today in the morning on Thursday. All together, we will split up if you are going 8 through 14, correct, to programming day, and then 1 through 7, we will be heading to row together. Our pie guys will be navigating you and taking you throughout your different parties that day, which is going to be so fun.
Would you all like the top 3 responses from the Q&A that we were
Yes.
answering in the background? Number
Yes.
1, PNMs, if you have your phone out and you're trying to log into the companion app, it's locked. We have it turned off. We're not using it till Thursday. Put your phone down. You don't need it. Love that you already have the app downloaded. That'll save us a ton of time, but absolutely no reason to be in the companion app. There's nothing in there yet. So we will start using that midday on Thursday. You don't need it to get started on Thursday. We will cover this fully in the programming sessions on Thursday. The other question we were getting, and Megan, this might be helpful if you can go backwards to the slide that had the time frames of what time everything starts and ends, and maybe share our screens so people can take a picture of that. But again, it'll be posted on social media. We'll make sure that gets on our Instagram as well. And other highly answered was parking, and you guys hit on the parking. I thought that was super helpful. So most answered questions were, the other was about do we meet every day at the PAC before we start rounds? We do not. It's only Thursday, and then other than that, you will walk. Everybody should be walking unless you are commuting from off campus. You will walk to row when your schedule tells you you have a party. You need to give yourself enough time to be on row 30 minutes before your party, but you will not come to the PAC to meet again after Thursday morning. Those are the 3 most common questions answered.
So I wanted to touch on this one about bid day because I know we have received a bunch of questions regarding the schedule of bid day and for parents. So we will be going back to the times, but is bid day going to be publicly broadcasted for friends and family? So no, we do not broadcast bid day. However, although Row is closed because we are doing our celebrations, it will be open to visitors. So if your mom, dad, sisters, family, brothers, your guardians, anyone who wants to watch you come run down Row, they are more than welcome to. However, we do not tell them what chapter bid you're receiving. It is your own responsibility to text them which house you'll be running home to when you open your bid day card. So once again, we do not tell parents what bid you have gotten. It is your own responsibility to tell your family and friends what chapter house you will be running to. So I'm going to go back to the times. I'm going to say them. So first we have icebreakers, which is going to be on Thursday. Icebreakers for groups 1 through 7. You will report to the PAC parking lot at 7:15 a.m. This is for all groups 1 through 7 and 8 through 14. Please report to the PAC on Thursday at 7:15 a.m. We will be sending an email about the schedule before this. However, all groups, all PNMs 1 through 14 will report to the PAC at 7:15 a.m. Parties for groups 1 through 7 will go from 8 to 12:30. And then we will break for lunch. And then groups 8 through 14 will go to Row for parties from 2 o'clock to 8:30.
And once again, if you are parking at the PAC for commuters only, you will be going to the lots 29, 31, and 32. I'm sorry for the correction. It's 29, 31, and 32. And we will post this all on our Instagram so you can see the physical numbers of what they're going to look like on the road.
So I see a question about meeting 30 minutes early for every single party. It is not required that you be there 30 minutes early for every single party. However, it is our strongest suggestion. We want you to be there on time, have enough time to prepare yourself. Our pie guys will be outside the houses helping you with whatever you need. But it is really just that we suggest being there 30 minutes early so you're not in a rush. If you have party 1 starting at 9 o'clock, we suggest you get there at 8:30 because if something goes wrong on the way, if you forgot your name tag, you'll have accommodations and time to do whatever you need to do and be fully prepared to go into a party. So I see a question about how far Row is from the PAC. It is super short. It's about, I would say, 0.10, 0.20 miles.
Yeah, it's probably like a 6-minute walk.
Yeah, 5 or 6 minute walk. It is not too long. And once again, like Sarah said, and one of our recruitment advisors, the only time all PNMs will be meeting at the PAC parking lot is Thursday. Thursday, all PNMs will be meeting at the PAC parking lot at 7:15 a.m. And then every day afterwards, Friday, philanthropy, Saturday, sisterhood, Sunday, preference. You will need to get to Row on your own. We will not have pie guys guiding you. We will not be meeting at the PAC. You are having self-guided rounds these days, so it is your own responsibility to get there on time.
If you are having troubles with the modules, pulling up your past certificates, see if you can log in through another browser or through another computer just so you can restart the program. Sometimes the program has a tough time pulling up from your current device. I know that sounds weird, but sometimes you have to use an incognito browser to be able to access the certificates if the website is acting a little weird. But once again, if you're having problems with accessing your certificates, please contact PHA and we can help navigate that.
So I see a question about what time will you report to the PAC for bid day? If you do end up receiving a bid, you will be asked to arrive at the PAC starting at 9:30 a.m. So where you went to pick up your PNM packet today, that is the PAC. And for bid day on Monday, you will be asked to be there at 9:30 a.m.
So if you live in the dorms currently, you will be required to walk every day to your parties and to the PAC. Now, this might sound pretty daunting, but I do recommend asking who you have in your dorm or on your hall if you can walk together. It is really, really important to plan accordingly. We will have row closed during those times where you cannot drop off your roommates, but also remember that you can travel together in that buddy system that we told you about. This is a great tip so you can make recruitment fun and easy when traveling together. How will we know if you receive a bid? So during our last round, which is our preference round, you will be going to up to 2 houses. During that time, you'll be able to talk to the different houses and see how you might fit in this Panhellenic community. Once again, during programming day, we will be going over the mutual selection process, so you will be able to dive deeper into what this selection process looks like for each of our chapters, including yourself, because once again, it is a mutual selection process. So hold tight. We promise we will go over everything. We have our specialist, Harriet, that will ensure that no questions will be left unanswered by the end of the day.
So I see a question about people that don't make it into a sorority, don't receive a bid. So everyone that shows up on bid day made it into a sorority. That is correct. If you, on the off chance that you did not receive a bid from preference round, you will be notified by your staff. So you will be called that you were released from the process. So everyone that is at the PAC and did not receive a phone call, they will be receiving a bid. So once again, if you receive a call that on preference night or early bid day morning, that can potentially mean that you are not going to receive a bid, and we are letting you know you're being released from the process. So everyone that does not receive a call could be going to bid day and will have their bid day cards extended to them.
So
All right, so I think we've answered tons of questions. I hope we could help y'all so much. I'm sorry that we had a little giggle fit,
yes.
but we just wanted to knock out the nerves of y'all. So hope we made you laugh. Once again, if you have any questions, please email us at pha@georgiasouthern.edu. We are more than happy to talk with you. All of our exec board members will be monitoring our email tonight, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and getting ready to see y'all on Thursday. And yeah, if you have any questions, please reach out to us.
Yes, I know this process might seem daunting, but we are all going through it together. And I am so excited to meet each and every one of you, and our PICAs and wonderful Panhellenic members are so excited to meet you this week. So if you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that, or you just want to check on us, please DM us and email us. We are happy to talk to you. So thank you so much. Y'all get cozied up in your new houses.
Bye, guys.